Hi Virgo, welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of September, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for the month of September, it's inspired in this Virgo themed season we are currently on, and it's called Wipe It Clean. So if you would like to know more details about that special or any other of my tarot services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Virgo, I do feel like during this mid-month period, some of you are quite careful in giving a lot of thought, deep thought about choices you're about to make or about options in which it feels like some of you Virgos are fully concentrated on or need to be fully concentrated to make sure that you make the right move, you say the right thing, you don't give a step before you're fully ready or prepared in terms of the end game. It's like I feel like some of you are really aware of the end game, right? Of where you want to go with certain choices and decisions you're making now. But the path to get there, it's kind of unusual. I keep getting like there's something here unusual, unforeseen that might also come up during this mid-month period. Something that was not as inclusive in the original plan some of you had, and that changes things a little bit. It changes the way you were looking at the situation. Now you're seeing two sides of something. Now you're seeing that perhaps you have another option than the first option you had anticipated. And this is the Two of Swords, and you can see that in this particular deck. The Two of Swords is depicted here as someone that is playing a chess game and really is really cautious with the move it's about to make. It's taking its time, looking right at the board, looking at the moves, looking at his options. So I keep getting like there's options that some of you are presented with. There are situations that you're not perhaps able to impulsively or immediately respond to, and this is showing as an opportunity. So if you're unable to respond to situations directly or immediately without thinking about it, it's okay. There's a reason for it. I keep getting like there's this urge to succeed, and this success that it's showing here is one that puts a lot, a focus in terms of your happiness, your joy, and your freedom. All things that you can do, all things that you can, be a part of solely dependent on you and on your own resources. So you don't want to be dependent. You don't want to, wait, right, for validation or wait for someone's influence to take you where you want to go. You want to pave the way yourself. I keep getting like some of you, there's this emancipation as well, this independent calling that is growing stronger during mid-September, that is kind of triggering this need to really put your mind in concentrated in situations, because you really are aware that if you're not focused, if you're not giving things the proper thought, you might remain in a situation you don't like, or actually you might be left behind. And some of you don't want to be left behind. It could be about a relationship choice, because you have the Lovers as a challenge, and it's very interesting, the duality here present once again, the contrast, the two options, the crossroads. Something brings here ambiguity to your mid-month experience. And some of you, it's like some of you could be dealing with something new. I keep getting like something you were not predicting, something that was not in the plan. And now perhaps you have met or you're about to meet someone important, someone that is a new factor in your life, being romantically speaking, professional contact, a friend, family member, whoever it is, and whatever is coming from is to add here another side to the story, right, that you were writing, another side to a situation you were planning to be in one way. And so it's felt as a challenge. The lovers are being felt as a challenge. So your options, even though there is a way to work this through opportunity, your options, the division, right, the adding of something that was not planned is felt as challenging because of the need to choose, if you cut something off, or if you include again, if you put it in your plan, if it's inclusive or if you're going to take it out. It could be that you don't know how to work through relationships or work through this meeting of someone, that it's messing here a little bit of your mental space. It's like some of you are in this game. The love comes here with games, with strategy, again, with caution, and almost like a map, right? So you're very careful with the way you're managing your relationships right now, or you're pushed to be very cautious because there's something here that feels like either you are in a situation that involves more than just you and another person of interest. Perhaps it's a love triangle, or perhaps it's just complications, that both, because you can see that both are coming here from two very different worlds, right? Is when two worlds meet and collide, and the attraction is irresistible, but the differences are also very obvious. So what it is that you're going to do with the differences, right? And the reasons to be connected, how you're going to, again, put it into the same space without losing something. I feel like some of you don't want to lose. You don't want to miss on. If this is about a particular person, you don't want to lose this person, but also you don't want to lose your freedom, or you don't want to lose whatever you were already, excelling at or keeping. It's like you don't want to. Virgos, you have this energy here present where you want to keep up with the good work, being it professionally, financially, creatively, family wise. Some of you have been doing well in things that are very important to you, and you don't want distraction or this factor or this situation that it's, again, opposite to your own nature, familiar space, to damage your good work. But you also don't want to miss on it. I keep getting like, you just don't want to have to choose. You wish you didn't have to choose. You wish that you didn't have to put so much of this planning, right? This thought about situations. And I feel like some of you, this is something that is kind of felt like an irresistible, attraction. So it could be that you are irresistibly attracted to someone, even though that person might be coming from a very different energy background than yours. It might be someone that's not a part of your usual, style in terms of people you usually go to, right, or are attracted towards. It could be someone that just has this very different, fresh energy that clashes with your own, but at the same time it revives it because of the amount of challenge, right, and the amount of stimulation that comes from when we're dealing with people that are so different from us, or environments that force us to adapt and learn. So relationships have here an important role in terms of the learning experiences that you're gathering from them. And I keep getting like this irresistible, it's like the irresistible factor is about you and another, of course, speaking romantically and intimately, but it's also in terms of opportunities, right? Things that might come up, and it's like, I didn't plan for this, I was not even thinking about this, but now that I see, I want to see more of it. I want to know more of it. I want more of a taste of it, even though I don't know how I'm going to put it in my life in a way that does not create disharmony. So you see, you're weighing here the factors. And the thing is, there is a chance for some of you Virgos to realize that there is a way. That there is a way to kind of bring something you're not expecting into your life, and there's a way to manage it, and there's a way to win at it. And your advice is the Page of Wands. So there's even this thing about some of you, perhaps you're taking something a little bit too seriously than what you need. Some of you are asked to live more free. It's like to live in a freer state, right? In a more let loose state, when in terms of not putting so much pressure, not putting so much, overthinking about things, thinking about them, and then going to the next phase. Because you can get stuck in details, you can get stuck in options, right? You can get stuck in thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. Don't limit yourself by lack of action. Keep moving, keep dancing, keep creating, keep involving yourselves with others, keep connecting, because even if you don't know what's going to come about this, the calling again, the calling to have fun, the calling to experiment is also very strong. And the advice here to help you deal with the dilemma, right, that is created in your mind space. So the more you get to know whatever this is that is so attractive and different and, weird, whatever, it's like when you set yourself to know more about it, to just leave the moment and see what that moment has to offer you, and then the next day consider what you have learned from that experience and how you're going to put it again into the plan. I feel like if you go in this let's see approach, it could benefit you more than being just stuck in, again, I keep getting like some of you feel like you need to, it's like you can only, it's like the feeling of now I need to make up my mind first, and then I'll see. First I'll make up my mind, and then I'll see what this has to offer. But the thing is, you can, the way it's shown here, you can take a long time to make up your mind. And meanwhile, miss on this amazing chance that some of you are being given to connect with something you keep getting very different. It's like an exotic, eccentric feeling. So it's really something that brings this fresh, new perspective into your life. An experience that is experimental, right? It's like something like a trial. Perhaps it's a trial with a style of relating or a person that has a particular style and temperament and personality and background and culture that you have never done before, or trying, right? An experiment with your approach to creativity, or your approach to health, your approach to finances, your approach to communication, whatever it is. I keep getting like the diversity here, the element of the new. It's like this new aroma, this new flavor that you have never tried and that you have never sensed and felt and savored before. You didn't even know that something like this could exist and that you could like it. But again, I keep getting like some of you Virgos are in this path ahead of surprises that are exciting, that are, about breaking as well some of your rigid, conservative, more tight, uptight, critical modes. Some of you are in denial about the things you truly desire, because the Two of Swords also represents a lot of denial, rejecting the truth to protect the heart. So it could be that you're denying yourselves the love that you have for someone, or the attraction you have for someone, just because in the mind space, right, you look down on them and you see how different they are and how silly they are and how immature they are or how reckless they are in comparison to you. You see the differences, and that alone is enough to not make you even consider that as an option or listen to the feeling you have about that person when the mind is not working. So some of you might be in denial about your relationships, your feelings, your attraction levels, your urge to do a little bit more wild, crazy things. And I feel like mid-September is all about a new approach to situations, a new style with even like a new style in your own. It's like I feel like some of you Virgos, you're taking too much time to make up changes that or promote changes that you should have already be actively working on. It's like it could be changes of your look, of your image, or the image of your business, or the image of a particular project, or of something that you dislike in your home, or you dislike in your room or your office, or whatever it is. It's like some of you know that there are changes that could benefit you and again expand here the successful outcome that you want to have and make you feel better and more empowered. But because again it's so different from the original approach, from your natural approach to situations before you felt the temptation to try something else. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like Virgos, you have this thing about there was your way, and there's nothing wrong with that, but then there was perhaps experiences that brought up in you the urge to live a different life, to be a different person, to express and explore traits, right, that are different from the initial original, again, identifications you had, and that's perfectly okay. So it's like you on your own might be having some difficulty accepting that you have changed, or something fundamental in you has changed, and there's no reversing back to what it was. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and please keep doing so. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.